Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the 30 Years War mod. It's time to go ahead and have the Battle of Prague, so let's not linger and strike directly at our enemies. And there we're off. The army is marching towards the enemy. What we can see off the map is that we are located, or our forces, are either side of this high ground, so we'll be fighting over that. Given the slow mobility of our cannons, I wonder if we'll... I mean, the best position would be to be able to hold here and fire down upon the enemy. But I think the enemy is actually closer, or we're about equal. And I wouldn't want to be in an unprepared situation fighting over here. Now they're running their troops. Gonna make them tired if they're gonna try and run up that hill. And we might actually be better off setting up a prepared, like having the time to set up prepared defenses to use our advantage, which is the fact that we've got cannons. They do have cannons, but they have mortars which cannot be moved way back here, and I don't think we'll really be moving within range until my cavalry at the very end will make an attack on them. So I think we might be better off actually holding right where we are. The cannon will set up here. I feel as though the enemy will most likely try to hit towards the center. Slight alteration actually. We should move the formation a little bit more like that. This one, these three units kind of ended up down in the woods there. So I can set the cannon here to fire canister through, and then the gunners will be firing. We've got the Croatian musketeers holding the valley that goes through there, and then let's see, the cannons can hold this side. Cavalry can still set up there. Generals behind the artillery. Actually, I might not need all three of them. Tilly will go to actually support the main force. And then the other two generals will sit here behind the artillery. What are we getting in reinforcements? A unit of gunners. Right. What I want to set up is set up kind of an ambush for the enemy cavalry if they try to attack here. We're gonna hold fire with them, and we're gonna fire once we get closer. Okay, so I have, even though I could definitely pull forward, I think we've found a position on the ground which is more favorable to us rather than try a hectic fight here, because that's probably going to favor the enemy because they've got more men than us, quite a lot more men than us, and like a hectic, chaotic melee fight right up there, especially when I'm sure they've got more cavalry than me as well. Let's see, these need to be deployed. And if we can target those cavalry units, that would be great. Yeah, I think we can kind of see them coming through there. So we'll get things going right off the bat. I think we'll also hold fire with a lot of gunner units. First shot out of this might be round shot, but subsequent shots should be canister. Yes, good. Oh, they're all coming through this kind of gully here. Oh, it's because it's impossible terrain that's kind of forcing them through here. Nice. It didn't bounce as much as I would have hoped. If that would have bounced through all of these units,
Kind of interesting how they're going there, because they're gonna be stuck in the valley if I decide to swing the troops up. These should be moved forward and ready to fire upon the enemy. Cannons should no longer be firing towards the cavalry. You can fire a canister, but you should be firing here. Oh, they're going straight for my artillery? No, they're going to move around the cuirassiers. Let's get the generals around to fire pistols to aid that fight. Oh, there's 2 cavalry units. Oh shit, my planned ambush here has failed. Let's make sure that we get that unit though. Okay, let's try not to get our generals killed. But I need to aid this fight right here. By firing pistols into this. At the same time, the enemy is closing in. You know what? It might be easier for me to set it to fire canister right now. We've got so much going on over the battlefield. Let's try not to stand in front of them. Oof. It's the general, though, that I don't recognize that is getting shot, so not too bad. Fire into that. Okay, the enemy is firing back at us. So it's time for us to return fire. We've lost quite a few men, actually. I should have returned fire way earlier. I wish I had more cavalry over on this side now. Generals be pulling back. Yeah, I lost almost 50 men over there, 25 over here. Fire round shot then. Once this is beaten down, the cavalry will be able to swing back into the fight. How is this one not breaking yet? There's 23 of them left. See if the generals can swing around and use their pistols. Oh, now they... How did this unit not break throughout that? Oh, now you're getting attacked by troops. And now they're going after my cannons. Retreat. I mean, it was a weaker position in terms of the troops that I had there, but still... How were we not able to break those shit tier? I guess it's a really good unit then, I guess. I don't know. German foot mercenaries. I'll order the swords to join in. Well, there goes my cannons. Wasn't great. And the gunner fight isn't going too well. But now the cavalry is done on that side. They're probably really tired though. Oh, he's moving around me. Why isn't he... I hate the fact that they're not taking the fight. The enemy cavalry is not taking the fight and they're just running around. I guess it makes sense because why would they want... Oh, I think they're getting close enough for me to switch to canister. Luckily I have more gunners or more musketeers on the way because I'm running out of musketeers. Yeah, well, no surprise there. The legendary Vlad troops are obviously destroying my men. The generals have made it back. We've got some of the cannons back, and now we've got quite a few gunners coming in to join the fight. Let's pull the gunners back a little bit so that the canister gets a better angle at the enemy troops. Oh, they're still fresh. Slightly winded for one of the troops there. Oh no! Oh no! My gunners got hit by the provincial cavalry. Finally, we saw off those shit units. Oh, we've got mercenary, the enemy general unit attacking straight into my gunners. Doesn't matter too much because, well, he's dead now. Having the general locked in fight there with the cavalry is not a great idea, I don't think. Come on, break the bastards already. Actually, you should pull back, you're not in a good spot. Finally brought down that cavalry unit. Let's see. My gunners are losing towards the cavalry, which is no surprise. Can I get the canister going on the enemy cavalry? It was definitely a mistake to hold back my troops from shooting early on, because I missed the I definitely missed with the micromanagement there. Actually, swords forward, gunners back.
Our men are running.
Let's get all the cavalry units organized. We're getting some fire in there. Cavalry's made it up through the back. We'll charge here and we'll charge there. So hopefully those units will be broken in the back. Broken from that. All these three units still has fire. So once this one realizes they've got gunners coming up right up their arse and starts to turn, that is when we pull forward the cavalry to fire at them. You can move up on the hill, and we've brought down those. Point blank fire right up their arse. The morale system seems to be kind of broken, because, or maybe it's part of the, I don't know, maybe these troops are really good, but I don't see how this unit can take that much abuse and still be fighting, still be in the fight, given the amount of abuse it's taking. It's being shot from all sides. And now I'm gonna send in more cavalry. Brave fools. Now finally it looks like they've realized they're in a pickle. But at this point it's kind of too late. They've marched in to the worst possible position. And they have been defeated. Very bloody battle. Mistakes been made in terms of the fact that my gunners fired too late and we took way too much damage right off the start. But overall, it's pretty good. Now they have pulled back quite a few units behind the cannons, hoping to fight back there, which makes sense because I can't pull forward my cannons anymore. We do still have, though, tons of troops to attack that. But I think I want to send away quite a few units and get more of Wallenstein's army in to replace the units. And we're basically let a refreshened army under Wallenstein take on this force right here. Here I was thinking it would be easy to advance against the enemy force, but as we get closer, apparently they switched to explosive shot, and it's really accurate. And yeah, you can tell what's going on. We're losing tons of men as our very tight formations are getting absolutely eviscerated by these, which seems to be firing like they're automatic. All the troops are being brought forwards. If I could see the kind of oh, I think we've marched under their arc of fire. Right. Let's all take stock and reorganize the troops a little bit here. We managed to get under the arc of fire. We are no longer in complete, utter disarray from being bombarded by that. Look at the amount of troops I lost from that. And look at also how quickly they are able to reload. That's insane. Wallenstein has managed to get onto the high hill here with his troops. And we will prepare to attack. Right. The Croatians have done their work, whatever they try to do here. They will be ordered to the back, and the main line will now advance upon the enemy. There's quite a few Harquebus units in the enemy. They've got more than us. And I would think that my cavalry would sweep those guys off the field. But that does not seem to be the case. I don't want these bastards to upset my advance, so we're gonna hold and we're gonna shoot these guys down, so that once we get to the next stage of it attacking here, I don't have to like clear them to get these musketeers to fire on the troops behind. Because they fired a full-on volley and they didn't hit a single one of them. How does that work? The Croatians managed to hit one, so clearly you can hit the enemy. Not sure how that works. We are doing a little bit of damage, but not nearly quick enough. Alright, the entire line will advance. The enemy matchlock infantry is marching to meet us. We're about to get fired upon. Hold. Hold. The rest of the force will continue forwards into the enemy. Hold fire as the pikes are now in front of you. They're charging? They've got one unit down there of pikes, but the rest of them are arquebusiers. Alright, time to strike. And then the cavalry will move around. I think you can move to better positions before firing. And they meet us in the melee. Rather than to hold and fire. We'll have the general and the other Lancer unit move around, and we'll see about striking the weakest point and get a mass rout going. They're holding quite well, considering. But then again, I've been saying that throughout the entire bloody battle. Lancers charge. I think we can get a few more shots off here. Classic hammer and anvil. I have a hard time seeing how I'm not going to utterly crush my enemies here. Really surprised how well the enemy holds. Especially since the general is long gone. Let's see if that morale... It doesn't seem to affect the others. Be more aggressive. Oh, now we're seeing more and more breaks. There's only one unit left standing. And with that, I think we can call it a day. We have been victorious. that battle seemed to have taken literally forever. I didn't think there's a long time since I had a battle that took that much time to complete. Interesting how the enemy sort of pulled back and held, you know, those 5 or 6 units in reserve. I can understand why, given the amount of damage those howitzers, or those, I keep saying howitzers, those mortars did to us. We killed all of them because they were defending towns and no one's getting out of there. In terms of my troops, we can see the cannon that lost so many men in the last battle was completely destroyed in this one. But otherwise, I think that's the only unit that was completely destroyed. Highest kills goes to the Cuirassier Lances and the Austrian Lances. But then we have a Fusilier Regiment, or a Musketeer Regiment, that killed 285 and only lost about 31 men. I think that was the one that came up and shot the enemy in the back, it must have been. The sword fighters killed a lot, arquebusiers and so on. Cannons, generals, and some pikemen ended up in the bottom. Didn't do that much, as they didn't really fight that much either. But there we have it. We managed to refenestrate ourselves into Prague. But given how long the battle took, I can liberate it into its own kingdom. But it was already part of my kingdom, so we're going to peacefully occupy it. That seems to be the right thing to do. Kingdom of Bohemia destroyed. We'll be setting up here, taking quite a while to recover our strength before we try to figure out how to attack the next area. It's going to take quite a while to march there. We'll march through Allied Bavarian territory. We might also get some extra troops going. We definitely need that. A little bit disappointed in the cavalry charges. Not as effective as one would have hoped. I like the gunners are very effective though, but maybe it's because when we did the custom battles they were really poor. But I think pikes should still be able to do a lot more damage against musketeers, because they are holding out way too long against them. But you know, they have jumped over and they're now focusing on building this mod in Shogun 2, so any criticism right now isn't going to lead to any changes. So it is what it is. But the important thing is we've retaken Prague. Bohemia is under our control. And with that said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.